Hello everybody, my name is Light of Hand, and today I'll be doing an unboxing of Super Dungeon Explorer, Claws of the Wyrm. Okay guys, so let's quickly just open this up so I can show you certain other bits without there being glare coming off of the actual bit. I've had this for close to a year, this set. Never actually opened it if I'm honest, so hopefully everything's inside it and I don't get a horrible scare like I did with the Dark Souls board game. So yeah, at least I know the dust that's been building up on it hasn't really gone all over the box. Oh no, please, please don't defeat me. Don't defeat me as I try and open you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so let's put that there for a second. Let's turn the light on behind me and let's zoom in. Okay. The Cabals are some of the first monsters to invade Crystallia from the Dark Realm. Over the centuries, they have developed a superstition, a super style, I can't even pronounce that, society around the worship of the dragons. By contrast, the elven dragon blades seek to eradicate all of the dragonkind from Crystallia to reap vengeance for the destruction of their homeland. Sorry guys, I can't pronounce that word there, so I apologise. Okay, so have a quick look in the back here. You can see this nice sort of... oh, I do like the artwork. I like the models as well for these sets. Okay guys, well, let's quickly just open up. You know what I'm going to do in a second though. Once I've opened it up, we are going to... well, as you can see, everything comes in this sort of little box. That should have been up there like that. But what I'm going to do now guys is I'm going to set it all up. So I'll be back in a second with it all set up on the table and we can go through the different cards. See you in a sec. Okay guys, so I've opened up the box. I've put the representative models with each one. One or two models unfortunately have some bent looking weapons. Little annoying, but then they are jammed together, so... I always start off with the hero. So let's put my hand behind him for a minute. This model does look very, very cool though. Just for how he looks, it's tempting me to... because my favourite model is from the core set of Forgotten King. And it's the knight that runs with the carrot, and I can't remember his bloody name now. It's really annoying. That runs around with a giant lance. I just think that's great. It just made me laugh. I don't think he's probably the best, but oh, that looks so cool. The sheath for the sword across his back like that. The little symbols on his armour. But yeah, they're meant to be elves that are actually in the armour themselves. So I'll put that over there for the minute. Now let's have a quick read of the Dragon Blade. He moves at 6, has 3 activation points, has a melee range of 1, he's also 3 blue dice, has an armour of 2 blue dice and 1 red, already that's quite good, has a will of 3 blue dice, has a dexterity of 3 blue dice, he has 2 yellow crystals. I believe he means he's immune to burn markers, which would be brilliant against salt. Sorry, bitterness came out there. Dragon Spite. Has 5 health and 1 potion. Has 2 activation points for Head Chopper, melee range of 1 with +1 strength, +1 green dice of strength. Okay, 3 activation points. No, I don't see many with 3 activation points on heroes, if I remember rightly. There might be some with the other sets that are over there. Oh yes, I'm going to remind you guys, there is a vote at the end of this video as well, with the rest of the stuff that hasn't been opened yet. Okay, so the Dragon Slayer is a melee range of 1. So again, it seems like he's very good at killing things very close to him. So he's more good at getting close to a boss and killing them, but it may not be easy for him to do that if he can't get close enough. If the Dragon Slayer inflicts a single wound, inflict and 1 additional wound for each start of offensive roll. Okay guys, that is brilliant. That is utterly brilliant. Bottled Dragon Breath. A hex, so anyone within it will get hit, is a melee and is a sweep 2 with fire. Dragon Spite. A model with Dragon Spite may re-roll a single dice when attacking an offensive action against a dragon, a drake, or a kobold model. Fire. This model, a model in Suffering Fire suffers 1 wound during the upkeep, but as you can see, he has this special symbol down here. That means he's immune to fire. So that is kind of cool. Okay, so now these are the claw sprays. Oh, I can't pronounce it. Sorry, guys. Okay, so nothing amazing about this model, but very arcadey kind of looking. Again, would look great though with some really good paint job, which is probably never going to happen with me, if I'm honest. Okay, so it is the Claw Shrine, sorry. Okay, so you get obviously 2 sets for each card, but we'll read the arcade version first. So obviously there is no movement, there's no activation points. It has an armor of 1 star. Has the 2 blue crystals. Is immune to status effects. Dragon Bleeding. Has a health of 4. Spawns 2. Well, it has 2 dragon, 2 shrine cards. So let's talk about the cards. You get 2 black claw assassins, 3 claw trainers, and 6 drake hounds. The cards for the arcade though are the black claw gang and the blood tracker hound gang. Okay, so let's put these 2 cards over here for a minute. Now we're going to go on to the classic mode. Classic mode has 1 health, 1 star of armor. Sorry guys. Again, it's immune to... Oh, we'll read what Dragon Bleeding is in a second. I forgot to do that. As they have 4 health for a spawn point. Now that's worrying. Okay, so he has 2 Dragon Shrines at spawn point. Okay. As the Black Claw Assassins, the Trainers, and the Fire Drakes. Let's turn this over for a second. Okay, so Dragon Bleeding. Dragons, Drakes, and Kabuls within 2 squares of the Dragon Shrine gain +1 strength. Immune status effects. Okay, so let's put this back over here for a second. So now we're on to the... So I'm going to put all these other ones away for a second. So now we're on to the Dragon Drakes, but we're also going to read the arcade card that they come with. Oh. They don't look too bad. Nothing amazing. Like, I think the zombie one looked really good with some of the stuff they had. Yeah, I really like the hero, but I suppose there's only so much you could do really with the hounds. They are like really low level stuff. I do have to say though, the some of the sets, they are really good. The blood trackers. Okay, so the yellow side has 1 activation point, 2 stars for attack, and has a range of 3. The red side has an activation of 2. Again, I'm not sure what they mean, these things, so I apologise. There's 3 stars with a range of 4. It's 2 yellow crystals. The Claw Trainers have a movement of 6 and 1 health, and 1 armour, 1 star of armour. Packmaster, support. Move 1 Drake Hound that is not already forming a gang up to 6 squares, so it can form a gang up with Claw Trainer. Okay. Drake Hounds have a movement of 6 as well. They have 2 health points and 1 armour. They also have Pylon, Knockdown and Pylon. Blood Scent. If the target model is suffering 1 or more blood or wound, 1 or more wound, blood trackers trainers gain +1 strength. Okay. Right, let's have a read back here. We'll knock down. We'll read here. Any model suffering knockdown may not perform any other action until spending 1 action point or all its movement points to remove the knockdown action. Arcade. Monster suffering knockdown may not perform commands until the next movement command. Instead of moving, it must remove the knockdown token. Pylon. A model with pylon gains +1 strength if the target is suffering knockdown. Okay, so let's put that over there. So now we're on to the Drakehound themselves. Now, the classic mode, they move at 7. They have +1. Yeah, they have one activation. They have a melee range of 1, but also have 3 blue dice. They have an armor of 1 star. They have a will of 2 blue dice. They have a dexterity of 3 blue dice. They have 1 wound and cost 1 dark console point to activate. I think it's per model though, guys. That is the 2 yellow crystals. They're knockdown pylon. Blood scent, +1 red dice if the target is suffering from 1 or more wounds. So they're quite good at doing that. Knockdown, if a model is knocked... Okay, so... And a pylon... So does it have pylon? Yeah, it does. So, but where does the knockdown come down? So does it as attacks before do knockdowns? Doesn't say. Okay. I'll soon find out. Okay, so now we're on to the trainers. So I'll move... Oh, yeah, I'll move 2 of the models to one side for a minute and put them in with the other models. And we'll use this guy here. Now this looks much better, if I'm honest. This nice little spiked tail. He's got his like little goggles on, his little whip in one hand. So yeah, I think this actually a nice little belt. A little bit of armour. Sorry guys, my back's killing me at this minute. So yeah, sorry. Ooh. Okay. Claw Trainer, movement of 7, has 1 activation point, has a melee range of 2, has 3 blue dice. An armour of 0 though. Has a will of 1 blue and 1 red. Has dexterity of 1 blue, 1 red. Has again 2 yellow crystals. Has mob. Has a health of 1 and costs 1 activation. It's an 8-bit enemy. Packmaster. Support. All drakes gain mob. Okay, we'll find out what mob does in a second. Monster Tamer. Support. Range 6. Target minions may immediately make 1 more basic action. Now that's scary. Okay, mob. When making an offensive roll action, a model with mob adds +1 blue dice to their offensive for each adjacent model with mob that is in range of the target, up to +3. So he has mob anyway. So he could, does it say all Drake models? Yeah, area. So if he's near them dogs, that could be really, really, really scary. Okay, so now we're on to the assassins, guys. The Black Claw assassins, yeah. Now these actually do look really cool to me. I love the sort of like the flowing of the cloak, or double cloak by the looks of it. Kind of, I think they're masked as well. They look the really kind of sharp looking teeth. Both the daggers coming down, and I would paint them daggers probably like onyx sort of daggers, you know, made stone, black stone. Yeah, they're kind of cool. Okay, so let's put the models away for a second. Hopefully I put them away right. So yeah, okay, so we're going to start off with the arcade card, and then we're going to go into the classic mode card, guys. Oops, sorry, I've just kicked the camera stand. Silly of me. Okay, the Black Claws. They cost 1 activation point with 3 stars of strength and range of 2. Cost of 1 activation point, it's 4 stars with the red side, this is 4 stars of attack, range 3. The Black Claws Assassins. They move at 6 and have 2 health points with an armour of 2. Backstabber, Stealth, Assassin. Support. Black Claw gains massive damage. Oh, sorry guys, I don't mean to be making that silly noise, but that's really, really nasty. Then below it's just a Black Claw Assassin without the backstab. Okay, so let's have a read here what backstab does. When a model with backstab suffers a wound, backstab with when a model with backstab suffers a wound, then may place the wound token on adjacent friendly model instead. So if you're next to some of these other things, you could... Oh, that's kind of scary, actually. That's kind of cool as well. Massive damage. When an attack with massive damage inflicts a wound, it inflicts 2 wounds. Instead, it will inflict 2 wounds. Okay. Stealth. Actions. Targeting a model with stealth reduces the range by 3 to a minimum of 1. Okay, so let's put that over here. Okay. Black Claw Assassin, movement 7, has 2 activation points, has a melee range of 1 with 2 red stars of strength, has an armor of 0 has a wheel of 1 blue dice, 1 red dice, has a dexterity of 2 red dice, has 2 green crystals, has mob, stealth, and backstab. Assassin. Melee range of 1 has plus and that further red dice. If the Black Claw Assassin bonus from a mob is +3, bonus from mob is +3. Black Claw Assassins gain massive damage, so he pays them 2, gets that extra dice. Mob is +3, so if he's got another friend next to him, so he's almost guaranteed to do 2 wounds to the hero. That's not good. They're quite deadly actually, but they're not. The only good thing is they only have 1 health and no armor, so you'd want to kill them almost quickly. Now we're on to the boss model now, guys. So yeah, this looks nice. The mace tail. Now I've actually got, yeah. Oh, it's like Snapjaw, but this one's called Sir Snapjaw, and he's riding like a, well, it looks like a velociraptor or some type. It does. I do like. Well, let me come a little closer around here. Look at the backpack, the little things, the armor. That does look cool. He looks like a small version of Snapjaw. Okay, let's put him away for the minute. That's a nice model, I have to say. Okay, so what it is, guys, I have to show for him 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, because there's a hero card with him as well. But let's start off with the arcade one. Okay, so actually I noticed there isn't any... Oh yeah, because he's a mini boss. He's not actually a boss. Okay, so he has movement of 8, has 3 activation points, does 4 star of attack, does 3 star of defense, has a range of 3, and has a health of 7. He also has 2 yellow crystals and has sure feet. I think that is Zealot area +1 strength. Chomp Chomp +1 attack with Bane. That's not good. Now, Bane hasn't turned up in this video. I will read what Bane does. Bane, a model suffering from Bane discards the highest result rolled anytime it makes a defense roll. Arcade, a monster suffering Bane reduces its armor by 1. Sure Feet, a model with sure feet treats difficult terrain as open squares. All non-blessing tiles effects in these squares are ignored. Okay, so now we're on to the classic mode now, guys. Classic mode, he moves at 8, has 3 activation, has a melee range of 3 with 1 star and 3 red dice. This is already not good. He also has an armor of 1 star and 3 red dice. He also has a will of 1 blue and 1 red, has a dexterity of 1 blue, 1 red, has health of 5, with skull activation of 4, but in the rules, if I remember rightly, you can activate 1 mini boss or boss for free in a turn, due to them being like the special sort of people, but only 1 of them. Okay, so 2 yellow crystals with sure feet and savage. For 2 activation points: onslaught, melee, lance 3, push 3. Okay, that means you can push things back, but at the same time, it's a lance, so that's not too bad. For 2 activation points, Chomp Chomp. Melee of 3, +1 red dice already, so that's +1 and 4 red dice. That's kind of scary. And Bane. Okay, Bane, a model suffering Bane discards the the highest result rolled anytime it makes a defense roll. Arcade, a monster suffering Bane reduces armor by 1. Okay, is this arcade mode? Oh, Bane. Oh, it's arcade mode, yes, sorry. Savage, all models will gain +1. Wow. All models within 1 square of the model gain +1. All minions get 1 star, so that's scary in itself. Sure feet. A model with sure feet treats difficult terrain squares as open squares. All non-blessing tiles in these squares are ignored. Okay, so let's put this over here. We are now on to the hero card. Okay. Wyrmclaw Templar has a movement of 8, has activation of 3, has a melee range of 3, but then look, this is where the difference is, has 2 blue dice and 1 red. The hero has 2 red dice. The will is 1 blue, 1 red, same as dexterity, which is 1 red and 1 blue. Also has 2 yellow crystals, sure feet, 6 wounds, or health points, or health, depending on what you want to say. Has 1 potion. For the 2 activation points, you can have Onslaught, which is Lance 3 with push. Chomp Chomp, again, that's kind of cool. It's the same as the boss's stat, so yep. But for his potion, it's the Dragon Dung Confetti. Wave 1, Hex, I think that is. Yeah, it is a Hex. Okay, so we all know what Bane does, because I've already read it. A model suffering Hex discards the highest result on any time it makes an offensive roll. Okay, so that would cause a wave of the enemies in front. That's kind of cool. Sure feet, a model with sure feet. Oh, we already know what sure feet does. Okay. Right, so the Drake Bob, you gain +1 green dice for strength. For 2 activation points, you can do Snake, Bite, Skewer. It's a melee, Lance 8 with Hex. Okay guys, as I said a little bit into the video, I also do have a vote I would like to do with you guys, so I'm now going to move all of this way, and hopefully I don't hurt my back as I'm doing this, because this will hurt me, because I'm at a funny angle. Okay. Would you like, in the next video, would you like me to do Shadow Candy mode? Cannot pronounce candy mode. Kun Oshi. Okay. Brave candy mode. Num Num. Beatrix the Witch of Dungeon Boss. Deep Root Wolf Rider. Hero. Goru Dungeon Boss. Dungeon of Crystalia per tile pack. Von Drake's Ghost House tile pack. Or, sorry for the glare, Super Dungeon Arena, the player versus player expansion set for Super Dungeon. Okay guys, so I'm going to do this quick because my battery's very low. If you've liked this video, please click like. If you'd like to subscribe, please do. Also guys, please vote at the end of this video, because whoever has the highest votes will be doing an unboxing at the end. I hope I don't end up in a situation where there's only a couple of votes and it's like 1-1. Alright guys, as I'm saying, I hope you've all had a good night. I'm not great, my back's killing me at this minute from doing the unboxings, but I hope you guys appreciate that, and I hope you've enjoyed this video too. See you later guys, and good night.